Alright, greetings and salutations. My name is Comic Fire, and welcome back for more Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey. In the last episode, we got to the choice of our alignment lock. Now I'm gonna put the, for the first 24 hours or so, I'm gonna have it as the question route, so I can freak everyone out with my choices, or not, I don't know. Would I host a demon in myself? This will lock us into the chaos alignment. And I'm not about that. We sing God's eternal praise, huh? Faux shizzle! Yeah, bet you weren't expecting that after all that talk about neutrality. Yeah, I'm going with the law route first. I'm gonna save the neutral route for last. Let's get all that out. It's gonna go law, chaos, neutral for me. Alright, now here is Gore. And he is one of the tougher bosses in the game. Now that gun-based team you may have built for Maya, don't worry about it, he reflects physical moves. And I'm pretty sure he reflects gun as well. But he's weak to wind. And he has got a boatload of HP. And he's mostly a physical and gun-based attacker, so if you have demons that can reflect that, you can auto-battle Gore like it's no problem. But if you're like me and you don't have that, just get a wind-based team and get all the luster candies and debuffs you can on him. And he hits a lot. And boy do I mean a lot. Now, he doesn't have anything like Silent Prayer or Takaju, so you can buff all the way up to +4. Or at least when I fought him to test this out, holy Jesus. That's what I did. Alright, and all these bead chains I've been saving up, let's use them. Nice. Now, Heaven Strike's kind of weird. I'm pretty sure it's physical, because Range Strike's already filled up the quota for his gun-based skills, but it doesn't do a whole lot. So I kind of prefer it when he spams that. Now, I don't know if he has anything that can get rid of debuffs on him. I'm pretty sure he doesn't, so if you want to just debilitate him or just drop his stats down to a more than comfortable level for you, go right ahead. He's a lot more forgivable than a lot of other bosses in that regard. Now, Gore has 75,000 HP. That's a lot of HP. I wonder if I have any, Garu stones. I don't. It's like the one thing I don't have. Wow. That's a lot of HP. It's more than anything we fought, and it's not all he has, either. That's the extent of his, buffing he'll do, though. What's he doing on HP? Still in the green, but of course. Okay, let's, get one more bead chain going. Alright, he's being a lot more liberal with those, range strikes than he was the last time I fought him. I'm not digging that. So now I have to choose between healing Kresnik and getting more damage on him. I can't lose Kresnik, so take what I get. now let's get a Chakra Pod going on Dionysus and continue with the assault. But first defend, because you're just gonna end up hurting yourself. Still green. This is a battle of attrition to the highest degree, let me tell you. Okay, when he goes for a charge, just guard with your main character, because he's going to use a really powerful attack. And I'm more than sure he always aims it at the MC. Okay, he's in the red, that's good. Let's get a diorama going then. I'm positive adaptation only goes for the MC. So, careful with that. Let's get a guard on. Going for another charge. And now the second phase of the fight, where he just... I wouldn't even really call it a second phase, he just heals up entirely again. And let's go for another Meteorama. I think that was a good idea. I think that was a really good idea on my part. Alright, let's go for all-out DPS on this turn. It's weird, he's only just using the physical attack. He's not even using a Heaven Strike or Range Strike anymore. I think he saves the charge adaptation combo for when he's starting to get kind of low on health. Which makes sense, I suppose. You want to save your ace in the hole till you really need it, or just go all out right from the beginning and just try to kill your opponent as quick as possible. Especially if you're trying to quote-unquote save the world there, Gore. So if you intend to go on the Law and Chaos... If you intend to go on the Law or Chaos routes, be sure to bring a wind-heavy team that can reflect or resist physical. They don't even have to have Wind Amp or Boost or anything, as long as they, it's the co-ops you're really going to be focusing on. Just hope he hits the ones that resist or reflected. Since there's no elemental worries, you don't have to worry about him hitting you elementally, so just... It can be tough, but if you're prepared, you can handle it. But that's true about any boss in the game, besides really the final boss of the Law and neutral routes. Jesus. Really don't want to use another bead chain, but I think I'm going to have to. They can just make more. A little grinding never hurt anyone, and we're already going to have to do a boatload of it to survive the next sector. Jeez, how many times does that hit? I was convinced it was only 5, it might be 8. Ooh boy. Alright. It's time to put Gore down again. Gotta hand it to you, Gore. I think you're the only character who's been, brought back to life and killed in the... Killed, brought back to life, and killed again in, most forms of media. put Yu Yu Hakusho in there, but he only died and was brought back to life. And no, that's not a spoiler, because it happens in the first 12 minutes of the first episode. I think we all heard your holy song. Oh boy, time for another talk with the three wise men. We're with their cause, what are they gonna think? Infinite, huh? Cosmic eggs. Someone tells me that would make a kick-ass omelet. It would be out of this world. Gee. Alright. Time to do some backtracking. We get the Clement bell again. Well, alright, I do not agree with Zelenin, and if you've been watching this, you know I really don't like Zelenin. So why am I doing the law route first? Simple. I've not seen anyone else on YouTube do it yet. People wanting help with the law route, they're gonna want some help with this, so I figured... And if there is someone else who's done it, I just haven't seen it yet. So I figured, I'm gonna put this out there so anyone who wants to knock out the law route will finally have some help with it. Plus, there's some really cool bosses in the law route, too. The only downside is that you have to stick with Zelenin. So let's talk, people. And yes, they're all brainwashed. I don't like it either. Which also means my Chimera, Kresnik, and Dionysus, while they're still good, aren't really have much of a place in my team anymore if I'm looking for co-ops. But co-ops become significantly less important in this dungeon. Oh, Irving. I hate seeing you so calm and collected. Anyway, we get Unlock D. I sense the light within your hands. It doesn't work. Alright, let's check out those sub-apps. Get MP Recover 2. That is still way too big to even bother with. Anything to do anything with the Clement Bell, so let's check out the accessories we got. Dynamic Ring, and Might Ring. Yeah, that's not worth the price. Demon Skin. Yeah, there's literally nothing good about it. Unless you're worried about getting mood out. Alright, so it looks like we don't have a choice but to go for those cosmic eggs. Now, Dent is the only character who isn't brainwashed. That's why everyone loves Dent. Man, I'd love to explore Horology. Never mind. I'd love to explore it more, but let's just head to Antlia. I never thought I'd be back here again. Actually, I knew I had to be back here. I have played the game before. Now I can get a... What am I doing? Demon Fusion, wow. A party summon. Let's get Pallas Athena going instead of, Man, I love Kresnik. I should've... I will keep him around. It'll do for now. 2 law, 2 neutral. It's the way to do it. Money for nothing and chicks for free. Oh, that's how I see it. Must be X. But, you know, I'm using the keyboard right now, so... It's a type A. It is completely useless to us. Awful lot of demons around today. Pow, pow. Barely even worth our time anymore. Type B. I seem to have forgotten what the type D one is. Oh well. It'll be a nice learning experience for all of us. I'm really glad I can finally have a Pallas Athena on my team. Well, hell, even if we can't find it, let's just explore some things I never got to show off before. That's always a benefit. Now we can finally map out Antlia. Cool. Probably a hidden doorway there I missed. Which would make sense, at least. Hell, we're getting revival beats from like candy from these guys. So I don't mind. No, there's really nothing. I refuse to accept that. I'll be damned. Which was a red herring. Atlas has screwed me. Foul mucus. Well, sounds about right then. What is that? Hello? Boy, it's an unlock E-portal. Which you actually get kind of like early. Like in Cruise about. And you can access this earlier. And there's actually a little trick to adjust your alignment however much you want with the Fairyland establishment thing. So if that's what you want, go for it. I think it's a little too late for me to worry about it. This isn't going to be a 100% completion LP. I won't show off everything. I don't think I'm going to show off any of the New Game Plus stuff. I will if you ask me to, though. There we go, Type D. But you can get a Type E unlock thing earlier, but it doesn't let you unlock every door ever. It just lets you unlock E-type doors. So you're not breaking the game by having it. There's some good demons. If I'm not mistaken, Hell is related to Loki, so that's kind of a fitting thing they've got going on there. But if you all want me to cover the New Game Plus stuff, I will, but if there's not like a significant... I don't even know about like significant, but if there's no like desire on the viewers to see it, I won't cover it, and I'm not going to waste my time. Because there's a lot of, like, the New Game Plus stuff is all stuff you kind of have to wait a really long time for. Like, I'd have to get back to Cruise. And again, we can actually flesh out what Cruise is all about. And now that we're law aligned, we can probably go through that one door in Cruise we saw earlier that the angels were like, yeah, you're dumb. Is it gonna be a... That had a point. I say we skip that door. Let's go all the way down here. I don't think I ever found the Visualizer B app, so that room, the first time I played the game, I mean. So that stumped me. The first time I played it. Just your lungers? That's strange. A lot of Norse stuff around here, though. I think Erlanger is, Norse. Might just be talking out of my butt, though. It sounds Norse, at least. Yeah, this is an odd setup. Really weak enemies with enemies that were... I think those guys were in Karina, weren't they? Maybe they were in Delphinus. Oh boy. You want to talk about advanced darkness? This is advanced darkness. Yes, there's a Visualizer C app. Yeah, thanks, bitch. Get the hots for me back in Groose. Man, I want a Gary Mekhalov, but they don't ever respond to me since they're Jackies. Why does it exist then? They have a really good skill called a Madness Crush, which is like Megaton Press, except like really powerful. Like more powerful. Not digging the yellow darkness. Plus, it just seems kind of... I don't know if you know, but... I don't know if I ever said it, but I hate the color yellow. It's so ugly. I was like, oh yeah, yellow makes you hungrier. And I'm like, no, yellow makes me sick. I hate yellow. Oh, hey there. So, what was stopping Mem Ala from just grabbing that as fast as she could anyway? Not here to question shit. Now, there are a few bosses here, and they're all super duper weak. But they give a ton of experience, so I like to try to solo them. Or at least just have, my main character fight them. So they get so the main character gets a ton of, experience. Like, they have barely under 2,000 HP. Okay, so let's get a frigid shot going and get you back in the party. Or the reserve, I should say. See? Almost 2 levels. We get Cosmic Egg number 1. Now we can get back to the ship. Thankfully, they have a save point right there. I definitely think that's more so to get back quickly instead of the boss actually being difficult. Anyway, I'm going to end the episode here. Next time, we're going to get the rest of the Cosmic Eggs. I'll see you then.